For decades, the United States and Israel have been among the closest allies in the world, and they were sharing intelligence. They cooperate military together. They coordinate on some of the most sensitive security issues on the entire planet. So what's really happening? But now a shocking report is rising, a question that many Americans never expected to ask this. What if one of America's closest ally was trying to learn America's deepest secrets? According to recent reports, the Pentagon elevated concern about possible Israeli intelligence activities targeting information related to the U.S. decision-making on Iran. So that's kind of weird. Now, the report sent shockwave through Washington. But why this is happening? Because this isn't about enemies anymore. It's about allies, the closest allies. In the world of intelligence, allies sometimes spy on allies. That reality is very uncomfortable, but it is not new. History shows that even a friendly nation gather information about each other. Now, governments want to know what decisions are being made behind the scenes, behind the closed doors. They want advance warning. They want strategic advantages. When major issues like Iran are involved, the stakes become more enormous. According to the reports, a U.S. official became concerned that Israel wanted insight into whether America might be expanding the military operation against Iran or pursue a diplomatic solution. Now, for Israel, that information could be critically very important. Any major U.S. decision involving Iran directly affects Israeli security calculation. But then comes the denials. Israel's embassy strongly rejected the accusations. On the other hand, officials stated that Israel does not gather intelligence on U.S. government officials and described the allegation as false. So the White House also disputed the report. The Pentagon itself declined the public comment totally. That has left observers asking a difficult question. What is really happening behind the scene? Some intelligence experts point out this would not be the first controversy involving allegation of Israeli spying inside the United States. Past reports have claimed the Israeli intelligence agencies sought information about America's policy decisions. Now, Israel has repeatedly denied those accusations. No public evidence has been released proving the latest allegation. Yet, the story continues to spread because it touches a sensitive reality. International politics is not about built solely on trust. It is built on interest. Even a close partner sometimes want information on other sides, would rather keep private. Look, what makes the situation especially so explosive is the timing. The Middle East remains on the edge. Iran remains the central concern of both Washington and Jerusalem. And on the other hand, military decision, intelligence operations, and diplomatic negotiations could affect the entire region. If Israeli officials believe a major U.S. decision were approaching, the incentive to obtain information would be enormous. At the same time, if Americans believe a partner was trying to penetrate sensitive discussion, the consequences could be so serious. Trust is one of the most valuable currencies in intelligence cooperations. Without trust, even the strongest alliances face strain. So the biggest question is not whether spying exists. Every major intelligence service in the world collect information. So the bigger question is whether the allegations are true or not. So right now, the public has allegations. It has denials. It has very few confirmed details. So that uncertainty is exactly why this story has become so controversial. Supporters of Israel argue that accusations are politically motivated and unsupported. Critics argue intelligence agencies rarely raises a threat assessments without any reason. So the truth may take months or years to emerge. Until then, the story remains one of the most closely watched intelligence controversies in Washington. So one thing is very certain. When question of espionage emerges between allies and the entire world pays attention, because if allies do not fully trust each other, what